Good morning and welcome to Morning Pulse, the pulse of Nigerian politics right here on Active Citizens. I am Sharon Enemchuku, your host. Doing this with me in the studio, I have our political analyst, Mr. Daniel Sacramento. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
And welcome to the conversation.
Thank you.
All right, now there is growing outrage in Lagos following a police crackdown on protesters opposing ongoing demolitions in parts of the state. Videos and eyewitness accounts show security operatives dispersing demonstrators who say they were peacefully demanding answers about the destruction of homes and a livelihood. The protesters insist they were not violent. They say they gathered to ask simple questions. Why were they not properly consulted? Why was adequate notice not given? And why are displaced residents expected to go? The police, on the other hand, say they were maintaining law and order. They argue that the protests disrupted public peace and required intervention. This incident has once again raised serious questions and concerns about the right to protest, the use of force by security agencies, and how governments carry out urban renewal and demolition exercises. At the heart of this issue are ordinary Lagosians, traders, tenants, families who say they woke up to see their homes and shops marked or pulled down. Many claim they have received no compensation and no clear resettlement plan. We ask, was this crackdown justified? Did the government follow due process before demolition? And how should the state balance development with human rights? Now, there are different trending videos to this particular story, and we're going to have a look first at Lagos protesters being tear gassed during their protest. Let's have a look. So Daniel Sacramento, the videos circulating online and also people saying that they were injured. We also saw a video of a man who was hit with the tear gas container and all of the incidents that happened. The way and manner in which we have been treating protests lately in Nigeria as a country, do you have any takes as regards the general way and manner in which we have treated protests?
He said nowadays, not nowadays, it's been there for a very long time. The attitude of the security agencies towards protesters. You know, the country has problem. You know, the problem is that people do sit up to do things the way they decide. The security agencies just act whenever maybe what they call the direct order comes. They act as if they are not human beings. They treat protesters as if they are criminals, which is a very, very terrible thing in this country. I've never seen a place where you see security agencies calling protesters to order, talking to them calmly and say, please, we do not want to use force on you. Please, let's do it like this or let's do it like that. I don't know if it is a crime if they take such measures. Now, you are talking about demolition of people's properties. There should be a level of protest. There should be a level of reaction. Because these are people's abode. These are people where people had earned savings that the Lagos state government keeps demolishing on daily basis. And I know vehemently well, that paying compensation is going to be a terrible thing. You know, every now and then you keep demolishing people's property in Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu. I don't know what he wants to achieve with all these demolitions of people's properties. And you're not making any alternative arrangement for people. That should show a human face. Showing people a human face, not just demolition and you leave people stranded. You say that if they want to go and die, let them go and die. That is a very, very terrible thing that we'll see in Nigerian government.
That's what they are saying, actually. That's what the protesters were. When you watch the video and the placards they were carrying, they were saying things like, you are asking us to leave, but where are we going to? We have no homes. There's no plan. There's no compensation in sight. There's no resettlement in sight. And I think it is the part of, it's not just about demolition and the taking down properties and buildings. The fact that there is no plan in sight for these people after this demolition has gone down, which is what they are really asking for and protesting for. But do you think that Lagos they even have the capacity to make preparations or to make ulterior alternatives for people who they have demolished their houses?
Lagos have every capacity that they desire. The first thing is to have the will to resettle these people.
Okay.
The second thing is paying compensation packages to them. Remember, they did not just start erecting their buildings. Somebody gave them that approval. So whether you say that the approval was wrong or not, somebody from the government agencies approved that building. So the truth about it is that the protest, I know, it was just a normal protest. They were not violent.
The police said they were.
They were
blocking the road.
Yes, they needed to block them. So when you are protesting, would they be flying on the air? So, the police in Nigerian system is terrible. I am sorry to say it. I'm very, very sorry to say it. You see issues that needs not to be used force on. Everything is force. There was a day a policeman arrested a man that was somewhere in Ebonyi State. I was coming out from the stadium and I saw a policeman trying to arrest a man because the governor was coming and they barricaded a place. Now, the man was driving his bike, came down from the bike and started, pushing it himself. He wasn't on the bike. Now, the policeman said, why would he come on this barricade with his bike? That he's impounding the bike. So I had to walk up to him and say, Oga, you are new in this job. You're a constable. You are new in this job. Even though you are not new, but I'm sure by your uniform and everything, I have seen that you are new in this job. Please, everything is not about arrest. We citizens want more from you guys. You can educate this man. You can tell him. Now you arrest him, you have not solved the problem. If you think there was an issue.
Yeah.
You educate this man. Tell him why, whenever he sees such barricade, why he shouldn't pass through it. Why he shouldn't come close to it. And the man will so much appreciate you, and have a different mindset concerning the attitude of police. But you've started, now. They just promised you police. You started arresting people.
This issue of police, right? The police that we have in Nigeria, it's becoming scary because from NSAS till now, we've not really seen any positive change in the police, because there's also another story that I heard yesterday about a content creator, EO, who was his vehicle, he saw a police vehicle come and they took him somewhere and he said they were policemen. Now, what was interesting to me is the way and manner in which the police are now operating, because a lot of people are saying that what happened to him was not were not done by policemen, but maybe men in disguise. But according to him, some policemen came on his way to the gym, took him somewhere else and asked him to reveal how much he had in his savings. When he showed them, he was asked to withdraw every single thing and handed it over to the police. Now, I still am not even sure if that is the police or on what grounds the police can do that, because I also have my experience of a friend who told me that he was just walking along the way. Look, he doesn't look like a Yahoo boy in any way at all. And he was picked up by a police vehicle. He was stripped of everything that he had on him. Now, do you think that the police, right, and this constant, when you see them on the road and they're always asking for 200 naira or 100 naira, even if they've come to ban it, do you think that there's such a thing as them now advancing into outright kidnapping or outright armed robbery?
Yes, we've had issues of security agencies involving in criminal things, kidnapping, and when, like what you just said, taking somebody that has not committed any crime,
Yeah.
who held the person in a gunpoint and asked him to withdraw all his money. That is a kidnapping.
That is wicked.
And
That's not
kidnapping.
supposed to be so.
That's robbery.
Yes.
That's robbery in uniform. So the truth about it is that we have a lot of bad eggs in the security system. In as much as we have good ones that are there,
They are not as much as the bad ones.
no, well, you might say so, but I think we still have numbers of good security men in the police, in the military, and what have you. But the issue is because of the kind of system that we operate in the country, the kind of laws that is here flying here and there. So that makes it very, very difficult. But if we have a very, very powerful constitution law that that backs the civilians, that gives them the right, to some extent, you see that a lot of things would end. A lot will end. The other day, I saw a policeman collecting money reluctantly from commuters and was acting as if it was his father that sent him.
Yes.
He was very, very comfortable collecting money and was ditching out balance.
Oh, yes, I've seen that.
I had to drive to him and said, I'm disappointed in you. He said, okay, what is it? I said, how can you be collecting money like this? How? Do you know who I am? Do you know who is the next person in the vehicle? He said, okay, I don't hear, no problem. Make it go. That was his number.
Do you know that this is becoming rampant now? This
It is now a norm.
Of giving balance. That one. Do you know that they even argue? So you know what people do on the street, the agberos do on the street where you're passing by, and I think they give you a number. They do that for keke owners and all. Do you know that policemen now do that? There's one that I saw the other day. The man was passing and he said, "Oh, I'm number 60. I gave money in the morning." And they let him pass. And I'm just thinking, when did we get to this point that our policemen are now giving out numbers to motorists and cyclists that they've collected money from, and even giving balance? It's now a norm. It's
a very terrible thing. And somebody will say the IG of police has been doing his best to make sure he reads this menace off from the security system. But the problem is that the DPOs, they are people who are sending those guys.
Yes, they are reporting to someone.
They are reporting to somebody.
And then also, right, let's also talk about Lagos and these demolitions, because what the protesters were saying is that Lagos State is prioritizing the rich and overlooking the poor, and they want to build a new Lagos on the backs, the blood and the sweat of the urban poor. Do you think that this is what Lagos State is trying to do now?
Maybe that's what Sanwo-Olu is, because ever since he was sworn in on his second tenure, Sanwo-Olu has concentrated in demolishing people's properties. He started with the Igbos, and I don't think he's done with the Igbos. He keeps demolishing properties. There are stages to things before you begin to do some certain things. There are stages. But the kind of government we have in this nation is a government that is so much insensitive to people's cry, to what people are passing through. You just think you do things just because you have the ability to do things. Yeah, because there should be a proper and a wider consultation before you start demolition. And you will hear from the people and understand and the people will also understand what you want to do.
Yeah.
And now, begin to do things. You give them a very period of time before you commence.
So you're saying now it's the lack of communication, or the lack of good communication,
the lack of respect for people.
Yes, okay.
The citizenry, the lack of respect, the lack of communication, the lack of sensitivity. That's what it is.
Okay, so now, with what is already going on, and you said something, you don't think the Lagos State governor is even done with demolitions, right? Which means that we might be expecting to see more and more demolitions going forward. Now, what do you think would be the state of mind right now of people in Lagos State who feel that they might be next as regards demolitions? Mr. Sacramento.
Yes. The truth about it is that Lagos State, like I just told you, you need to come. There are stages before you begin. You start off demolitions. There are stages.
Yeah.
You need to have a round table. That particular sector or the place where you want to start the demolition, you call the people and let them know the reason why you want to embark on such journey. But you see, they will not do that. That is why you wake up every morning, you see construction company, they want to do anything. They just go on board, block the whole road without telling the people coming to the radio station to say, so from this day to this day, we are blocking this area. There's going to be an alternative route where people can easily, take their alternative route for you to take. Because so time as so time we'll be doing this, we'll be doing that. It's very rare you see such. Now, someone should understand there's always life after governance. It's always life after governance. You will still meet a lot of people. You will still need a lot of people. You can't be governor forever. So always handle things with wisdom. Anything you're doing, there should be a level of human face. You should add human face to things you're doing. You look at the hardship people are passing through. There are times when you don't take some drastic decisions. There are times you look at how people are going. Now, these people, you've demolished their thing. Where are they going to live? Where would they raise money to pay house rents?
And house rent is another thing again. It is ridiculous.
So that's why I'm saying you might have a good intention of something.
Yeah.
But your approach to that becomes terrible. So you don't give people the attitude that you don't care. You will care one day. It's just 4 years. You will still care. Whatever goes around will come around.
Definitely.
So this ideology of demolition, it is not now. There should be some sensitive ones that we know that would cause a lot of havoc. We understand. But resettle them. Resettle them. America cannot demolish without resettlement. You have to resettle these people. You have to make them understand that yes, these are taxpayers. In as much as there are buildings or whatever is obstructing one thing or the other.
Yeah.
You have to understand that they didn't just started building there. Somebody gave them that allocation. The authorization to do that. So what I'm saying in essence is someone who should soft pedal in some certain things. Always look at the faces of the people you are governing. Yeah. Understand their plight before you take some drastic decisions.
And I think I buy that as well, because when you look at it, right, in as much as it is part of Governor Shomolu's project or his intended project to maybe just give Lagos a facelift, give Lagos State a facelift, and just make sure that his plans are followed through within the period he has to rule Lagos State. But I still stand with what Mr. Daniel Sacramento is saying. You should have human empathy towards the people that voted you in, not once but twice, and try to carry them along. Let them feel important. Let them feel as though they're a part of your government, not the government against the people, but the government for the people, which is something I think that recently we have been forgetting. It is the government for the people. All types of people, the rich, the poor, the good, the bad, all of them put together. And with the Lagos police and just the police force generally and how they really go about protesters, it is really funny that this is not the same energy they put into securing the lives of said people. When we talk banditry, when we talk insecurity, when people's lives are being threatened, they don't use the same amount of force. They are not as energetic. They're not as quick to respond during such occasions. And I need to remind them again that you are for the people as well, not against them. It seems as though they're stronger, or they're more energetic when they see people who are unarmed than when they see people who are armed. And that is not the way to build a better Nigeria. But I think right now, this is where we're going to call it a wrap on the conversation. Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel Sacramento,
Thank
for
you.
joining me on the conversation, and to our viewers as well. If this is your first time watching, thank you for joining us. This is Morning Pulse and Active Citizens Parliament. Till we see you later today, do have a good morning.